Women can literally smell when you're on semen retention. When you have retained for an ample period, you have preserved a force that is divine in nature and inherently will make one shine. Semen is the elixir of life. It is the divine creative force that makes a human being. Preservation of this fluid gives you a better vibe, you glow from your eyes, you have high testosterone, and you are emitting pheromones that radiate your being because of this. And women can smell this from across the room. On top of all that, because we live in an age where most men drain this precious life force constantly, you stand out from other men as they are weak and have lost their manliness. What exactly is semen retention? Put simply, it's the practice of abstaining from ejaculation. This ancient practice has been around for centuries and is often associated with various spiritual and health benefits. Now, let's talk about women's intuition. You've probably heard of it, that mysterious ability some women have to just know things, quote unquote. Well, there might be more to it than just a cliche. Did you know that humans have a remarkable sense of smell? And research suggests that our sense of smell plays a significant role in social interactions, including attraction and mate selection. And pheromones are nature's silent communicators. These chemical signals are released by the body and can trigger responses in others, including sexual attraction. And guess what? Semen contains a variety of compounds that can act as pheromones. And when reabsorbed into the body, as the seminal fluid builds from retention, your body will begin to emit these pheromones. Most retainers, by nature of what retention does to you, will begin working out. And the exercise process and the body's ability to get in shape and recover into a healthier state is way more efficient, as your testosterone levels will increase as you practice retention. And a better looking body means what? You guessed it, more attraction from women. Women are also attracted to high value seed, and it is in their biology to sense it. When one constantly drains their life force, they are carrying low value seed. When they preserve, the sperm not only multiplies, but it also redistributes to form the healthiest body and brain. Also, the sperm themselves become stronger and more reproductive. When I was married, way back before I discovered Nofap, I was unable to have children, and I was constantly told by my doctor that I had low testosterone. Now, 6+ years since discovering Nofap and 4+ years of being on retention, I consistently test high for testosterone. And without trying, my girlfriend got pregnant. With my ex-wife, we tried for years and it just wouldn't happen. When you have low value seed, women can sense it. Women have always had social and biological super senses for such matters because their survival and replication depended on it. For example, if a woman were to shack up with some loser back in the caveman days, then as soon as something went wrong, the loser wouldn't be able to protect her, and it would mean certain death for her and her kids. That is why girls can size you up in an instant when they meet you. On top of that, they can smell the pheromones that radiate from a man with high value seed and high testosterone. This makes them gravitate towards you. There are two means of retention that I follow. One, using the Taoist age retention schedule for ejaculation frequency, and 2, Akhanda brahmacharya or God mode, which is the active sublimation of all sexual impulses in word, thought, and deed. The first, I have not breached in over 4 years, as I am always on Nofap and following the Taoist retention schedule. And the second, I have done on and off in all of my non-ejaculatory retention streaks that have exceeded 1 month. On both of these retention practices, I have noticed women flock to me way more than if I weren't retaining. Since discovering retention, I've noticed that the dating game just seems much easier. There is something about my energy that makes my communication more open and clear, but also the interactions that I have with women are, for lack of a better term, well lubricated. They just don't resist as much anymore because I'm giving off an energy of presence that sits at home well with them. When on God mode, I obviously avoid all such encounters as they were always the doom of my streak, but hey, I never beat myself up if that happens. What is destined to happen will happen, and we just move forward and continue to chase excellence. Another thing that I've noticed is that when I'm not on God mode and my ejaculation time comes as per the Taoist schedule, the next day I usually feel both a little drained and women also seem to gravitate towards me less. This only seems to last a day or even less if you are following that schedule to the T, but just important to note that that can happen. Before discovering God mode, I struggled with Nofap and would not only slip but go on benders, all-out relapses, where I would fap like 10 times in a row. On a side note, I never did this before Nofap, and to be honest, this is the one bad thing about Nofap for me. When you sometimes feel like you have to go all out because you will never do it again, don't do that. It's horrible for your energies and you will feel like you just finished hard drugs when you come out of it, maybe even worse. It would take me weeks or even a month to recover, and my interactions with women seemed more difficult as well during that period. When you constantly follow your attention schedule, you emit a force field of energy that women can sense, and they find it irresistible. Your interactions with women become easier, and your effortless game will shine. Even a newbie to game on retention who has a little bit of social tact will do wonders with their game as they continue to work on it. Your wittiness will shine, and your life force will make you the center of the party wherever you are, both because you are in the moment and also because you are not outcome dependent. Women chase men who genuinely display that kind of behavior. On the other hand, they get turned off by men who are chasing them and acting a certain way so as to get to a certain outcome. The latter either comes off super needy or with hardcore player vibe, both of which are things that will kill your game. Obviously, player vibe is better than needy, and if you are at a bar with the right low-value drunk girl, player vibe may work, but if you're in the Akhanda family, you are likely targeting high-value women, and player vibe will kill you there, and needy chasing behavior will kill your game with all women. No ifs, ands, or buts. So practice retention, don't chase when you approach women, just enjoy the game. Do it for the love of the game and the interaction, not with any outcome expectations. And when you are fully present and just enjoying your conversation, pending that you have already established attraction, you will build a real connection that can't be faked. And then the women will be chasing you down. Keep killing it. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and all the bells and whistles if you're into my content. I'll see you next time.